All right, we should be live. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Okay, we should be good, I think. Mic check 1 2. Why does the mic seem a little quiet? Here. All right, that should be a little better. There we go. All right. I need to also give me 1 second. For the mic testing today, I needed to change some stuff. Okay. One millisecond. Okay. All right. We should be good. First in the house is Heavy Metal Tech. What up? Underwater Basket Weaving says, I get to put my first Ryzen build together tomorrow. How long have you been into PC building in terms of this is going to be your first Ryzen build that you're going to put together? But is it new Ryzen or like AM4 or AM5 Ryzen? Oh, you put it right here. MSI Carbon X870E, okay, 9800X3D, doing a 5070 Ti build, reusing some RAM because it's so expensive, and then a 2 terabyte Western Digital. Okay, splurged on a Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro 5 and 1000 watt Dark Power 14. Nice. That is a pretty beastly spec PC. I think, yeah, that. Hopefully you got the parts a while ago, because you are reusing the RAM, but even 2 terabytes are very expensive SSDs. And you're keeping your Antec Flux Pro case because it's aesthetic. What up, Extreme Zone? Just sold a gaming PC a couple hours ago. Was glad to get it out of the house and so someone can enjoy it. It's the one I just posted in the build and setup showcase in the Discord server. You just posted this? Oh, the one that you posted. It was the Future Flip. Nice. What up, New Giant Robots? Neweggs, sorry our executives got arrested for corruption in China sale. Sale made the mobile and CPU possible. So I saw that. Newegg stock took a little bit of a hit, right? Let me see if I can bring it. Newegg. Interesting. Nice. Heavy Metal Tech just got a job offer. Congrats. Talking about snow, yes. Bunch of snow sweeping a majority of the country. We did not get snow. We just got very cold weather. We have not had. We did get snow, but not as a part of this more recent cold front. When was the last time we got some snow? And it melted like overnight, so I'm not sure that really counts either. Toking a bowl as we speak to. Does your job require you to get a drug test? Yes, do not forget to check. I need to change that. Why does it not just default to live chat? Why is it only top chat every single time? How can I show this? Oh, I guess I can show it here. I think. Like this. One second, I need to set something up. Desktop, display capture. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I think I can show this. Okay. Why is it muted? Sorry about that. Wait. Something weird happened. Oh, it's not on this scene. I'm dumb. It is. Sorry. I put a new sound source, and it was not on this scene. That's why there was no sound. Because I'm going through NVIDIA Broadcast because we're going to test this mic. It has noise canceling properties, but NVIDIA Broadcast noise canceling properties are like amazing. So I wanted to test it against that. Good looking out though. But here's your guys' chat. Go away. But yeah, you see up here how you can change the. My goodness, how you can change like top chat, live chat, and then fan funding. So you want to change it to live chat because when you're at top chat, for some reason it doesn't show everybody's chat, which is very annoying. Which we found out recently. Can anyone relapse? Yeah. But thanks for calling it out. What up, Shauner? Hello. Wait, I don't have the text pop up on the scene. Give me 1 second. There we go. Now we should be able to get stuff to pop up. There we go. Hello. What up, Shauner? Okay, let's go. What flavor of Linux are we talking about? I think we're going to install Mint today because that got the top votes. But eventually I think we'll try different ones. Because I have not installed any version of Linux. I haven't dabbled in Linux at all. So this is going to be the first time doing everything. Making the bootable thumb drive, to plugging it in and installing it and going through the process. And seeing how many times I fumble along the way. Just because I'm sure not being familiar with the menus and stuff like that, it's going to take me a while to even do the most basic stuff. Initially, anyways. But let's see. I haven't had to go to school at all this week because of the snow and wind chill. Man, it's that bad. Um, I honestly I haven't been seeing. Is there? I think I have cilantro in my teeth. It makes it look like there's a gap. Yeah, we had Chipotle earlier. Is it still there? No, okay, we're good. We're good. But I haven't heard much about like the cold weather in the news with regards to like deaths and stuff. I mean, I'm sure it's very cold. Apparently, school is getting canceled. People are losing power and things like that. But it's not like when Texas froze over and then Ted Cruz went on vacation and people actually died and stuff like that, right? So, like, there's levels to it. But it sounds like a lot of people in the chat are affected by it, but you guys seem safe. Hopefully, looks like, let's see, what do we got? Like, extreme zone is good heat wise, but hot water heater is broken. Oh no, that sucks. Not having hot water. Let me think. Aside from showering, even brushing teeth, I hate using cold water to rinse my mouth out after brushing. My teeth are very sensitive, so we have, like, when our water heater went out and we had to, I think it was like a couple days before we replaced it. Not showering for a couple of days, I think that's whatever, especially if you're not doing anything crazy, getting nasty and sweaty. But then every morning and night brushing your teeth with the cold water, that was very, to me, it hurts. What up, Ken? Hello. Washing as best we can with cold water. Ooh, yeah. There are people out there who choose to shower in, like, ice cold water. Like, they don't shower in warm or hot water. I don't know if it's just like that frigid cold waking them up in the morning, but some people take cold showers, and that is not me. I can't. I would wait. If it has to be like 2-3 days, I'll wait. I don't get that stinky. I'm not a stinky person, which is kind of fortunate for me. Oh, I'm just sorry. I'm getting caught up with the chat. Thank you for $5 super chat. You did not have to send this. I saw the messages before that. Well, there has been 34 deaths. I did not see that. Let me look this up real quick. Cold weather. At least 34 deaths. Winter storm brings ice cold. Yeah, there it is. It was not pushed into my feed, and I didn't go looking. I didn't go out looking for it. Death toll from winter storm as cold rises to over 30, as parts of the south could be without power for weeks, not days. Holy crap. Okay, I did not think it was, yeah, there's multiple, like lots of articles actually. Some of them using the same picture too. He did go on vacation this time too? Wait, seriously? I can't tell if you are being sarcastic or joking or not. Did I edit the land videos? No, I have not yet. There's a thing that happens where anytime someone asks for the land video, it gets delayed another week. No, I'm just kidding. I want to get the land video out, but I have other commitments I have to do first. But you guys, trust me. The land video is on my mind every single day. As much as it's on your guys' minds, think about me. If anything, it's like a huge weight on my shoulder every single time until I get it out, because I know people are waiting and I know how much of an editing session it's going to be. Are you installing it on the PC you're streaming on? No, I am not. I do have a PC to the side of me, and I have a capture card set up to it, so we should be able to see everything in the installation process. If it works out well, hopefully there's no bugs when we try to go and do that, but yeah. Install Fedora? No. So we're going to start with Mint because that is what the votes were. So we voted last... Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. So last stream, I don't remember how long I held the poll open for. I think it was maybe like at least 30 minutes, if not 45 minutes to an hour. But I let the chat vote between the 4 kind of most suggested, or like the 4 most beginner friendly. We went to a website that like kind of gathered all this up, and then I also took people's suggestions from the chat. But these were the 4 most recommended OSs, and then the chat voted, and Mint came out on top. So we're gonna do Mint, but I am totally down to do other distros. We're in this stream. I think we can only do one. You guys, like, if you've ever created a bootable, installed and stuff, like set up drivers, you guys know how long it takes to set up an operating system. There's no way we can do 4 of them in the typical span of a stream. So we'll just do one so that I'm not like too split. My attention isn't too split. So yeah. Linux Mint with KDE Plasma is life. Hate me if you want. WMint, install Proxmox and install all of them as a VM. I mean, we're going to try to get as far as we can in terms of the setup, and then potentially talk about what we can do in the future streams, as well as doing stuff like this, maybe. There was an aviation crash related to this too. 7 dead. Plane flipped over trying to take off on ice-covered runway. Dude. Yeah, the thing about water heaters is, I'm not sure if you said already, how old is it? I mean, hot water heaters have like, you know, you can maintain it all you want. You can change the little tube thing, what are they called, the anode tubes. Yeah, you can try to keep it running for as long as possible, but eventually you just have to get replaced. I forgot how old ours was when we replaced it. But me and my father-in-law, we just went to Home Depot, picked one up, and then just installed it. But if I didn't have his help, I probably would I have just watched a YouTube video and try to enlist the help of one of my friends, or just paid someone to do it? I don't know. But thankfully, my father-in-law, he's an electrician, but he's like around, you know, like newly built houses and stuff all the time. So he knows stuff beyond just being an electrician when it comes to working on your house. So he was able to help me with that. 15 years. I think they have, so I forgot I remember now specifically, when you buy them, you can buy ones that are rated for different length of time, and you know, the more you spend, the longer they're supposed to last. I don't think we bought the most expensive one. We kind of bought the middle of the road one, so we didn't buy the cheapest one, which has the like least amount of time it's supposed to last. We bought like the middle of the road one. Not the cheapest, not the most expensive. Good hot water tank can last 8 to 10 years, but if you drain it every 6 months, it'll last longer. Good. We got some life pro tips in the chat right here. Yes, my father-in-law is what us old folk call a handyman. He is pretty handy, but he's also sometimes, he's actually pretty unreliable. Like, he will say, all right, I'll help you with this thing. And we're like, okay, when can he come? It's just like whenever he decides to show up. So he's amazing. I love him for, you know, how much he's helped us with the house. But also, it's like, he will just randomly not say that he will never plan when he's coming. The day of, he'll call and say, I'm in the area, I'm going to stop by to help you with that thing. So we've just gotten used to that over the years, but it's just the type of person he is. But okay, we are 20 minutes in the stream. First thing I want to do, we're going to test this mic. Because like I said previously on other streams, companies are always trying to send me stuff. And not everything deserves a full video, but the stream, I feel like, is a perfect platform, especially for something like this, where it's a product that can be used on the stream, and if it is good enough, I might consider using it. But we're going to quickly test it, and then we'll get into the Linux stuff. So this is, I have the link for this down below, but, here, let me change my browser real quick. But yeah, this is, I will unbox it and show you guys. So let me change the camera angle to the unboxing angle. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, also, I went to Harbor. I love Harbor Freight. I think my favorite part about Harbor Freight, and every time I go, I never fail to pick up these little tiny little box cutters. I just like having these around the house because I always, if I ever have like only one, I also picked up this fancier one too. But yeah, dude, we use these around the house like no other, and I always lose them because of how small they are. So I just figured just fill the house with so many of them, except obviously not in areas where the girls go. Then you will always have one on hand and never have to go digging for it in your drawers. But I was so excited to go to Harbor Freight. I needed to go to get some other stuff, but I'm always excited to walk away with some of these rainbow box cutters. But okay. Here we go. This is the mic we are working with. This is the Maono P100W. It is a wireless dynamic microphone. So it's a desktop mic, except it's also wireless. Like, you guys have seen this mic over here, right? Like, this is a mic that I use that's not my wireless mic. And this has to be tethered into the PC. So that's kind of inconvenient. But imagine having a kind of like larger mic that you can move around. I think this one should be better quality than the one that I use here. Just if you think about it, like the housing size dictates how big like a diaphragm can fit in here, as well as the electronics and stuff. Like, I mean, these wireless mics work great, but I would imagine the sound quality should be better on something like this. So we're gonna unbox this, plug it in, and get some quick sound tests from it. This is not sponsored, by the way, so I am not, you know, bending to their will and having to only say nice things. They did not send, they did not tell me anything that I had to say for this. They just said, do you want to check out our product? And I said, sure, that would be a perfect thing to test live on stream. So you guys are going to get my honest, genuine reaction, whether this thing is good or bad. But all right, we got to set up the stand for this first. Oh, it already comes attached to the stand. Interesting. Okay. So we just screw this onto the base. I've never seen a wireless standing mic like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say I've never seen one like this, but I don't see them often. And if this can sound good, and I'm gonna walk away and try to test it and test the range and stuff, but if it can sound good, then this thing goes for like 60 bucks. So it is cheaper than a decent amount of, this is a dynamic mic though. I think a lot of people like condenser mics, but it depends on what kind of space you're shooting in. But to me, the wireless aspect of this is what I thought was the most interesting part of it. But also it has noise reduction abilities. So here's the receiver. I'm actually not going to plug this in. I'm going to plug in the wireless receiver right here. So you plug, oh, come on. Is it only USB-C? I'm out of USB-C ports. Oh, okay, no. There's an adapter. All right. I was about to say, if this was only USB-C, that would be pretty bad because, okay, where do these go? So you got yourself a little receiver thing here. And then you have a little adapter, USB-C to USB-A. So that's where we're going to go here. Let me plug, actually, oh, do I actually have a USB-C open? We might be able to. Test 1, 2, okay. Uh-oh, something is happening. Why did the desktop audio just change? What did this thing do? I just saw the desktop audio spike. What were you guys hearing? What is desktop audio doing? Okay. Give me 1 second. Oh, you didn't hear anything? My desktop audio on OBS is like spiking at max volume, which is where the music usually comes from. Now sing a cappella. No, I'm not singing, guys. I cannot sing. Oh, now. Something's going on here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, here, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. And again, I am a noob when it comes to streaming, so it could be something related to that. Oh, is Chris in the house? It didn't get louder when it went to your mouth. Is this no, it's not. I don't think it's on yet. Give me a second. I have not. Okay, but you see up here, as soon as I plugged it in, that desktop audio, it's peaking, which is what you guys should be hearing, but you guys aren't hearing anything. This is just my desktop sounds, which usually when I'm playing music goes to like around here, about 40 decibels. But I just assumed when I plugged this in, it messed with the audio and you guys are hearing something super loud. Like, I'm going to stop talking. And that's what you guys should be hearing. So that's interesting. Okay, let me get this figured out so that we can actually get some noise, some sound through here. Actually, did this... All right. Advanced audio properties. Okay, that doesn't help. Where's the desktop? See, desktop and OBS doesn't have its own thing. Okay, we're gonna have to go with... okay, let me see. All right, let me see if this works. Okay. Yeah. I've got like 3 different mics plugged in right now, so it seems like here, let me go to this scene down, not that one, right here. Okay. See, so the Maono mic is right here. But yeah, see, when I selected it, I probably have to sync it. Let me look at this quick setup guide. Oh, it says hold. Okay, on for 2 seconds. Okay. So plug that in. Yep, I did that. According to this, these quick instructions, all it says is to turn it on. And then, okay, I've got this. Mic check. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good. All right, we're gonna do some sound tests now. This is the mic, just default settings as is. We're gonna test this mic right here. I'll hold it up so you guys can know. Then we're gonna test this mic and this mic, and you guys let me know the sound quality. Who needs instructions? Famous last words, exactly. Okay, so I need to read something. Okay. Can you guys just type something in the chat and I will read that as a reference. Because I want to say the same thing for each test. So type something in chat that is not inappropriate, that is appropriate, that is like, I don't know, a sentence or two that I can read. Funny, quiet as heck with that mic. Is it quiet? I'm seeing it's going to like negative 10 decibels, which should be about correct. Make sure it's on off. It cycles. Does it? All right, give me 1 second. Now we're on the NZXT mic. When you told me to do that, Jason, I touched that button on the bottom, and then it stopped playing. Yeah, the AI noise canceling. Yeah, what the heck? What is going on? Do I need? Man, I gotta bust out the actual instruction manuals for this. No, I don't think it's the gain because I haven't touched the gain this entire time. It's as soon as I touch that AI noise canceling button, it stopped accepting sound. So there's some buttons down here. There's the on off button, USB-C connector. This you can plug in like headphones, but you see that? It says there's AI and then a waveform, this button. That one. I'm gonna restart this thing. Okay. It considers me background noise? Exactly. Test. Wow. Okay, now it's working. I'm not gonna touch. Yo, this is not a good look for this mic. Am I doing anything to make this look bad? I don't think so. You would think that once you get it working, it should be pretty simple to figure out. I'm okay with reading the instructions, but for the most part, you would think you plug in a mic and it works. But with these wireless things, it's yeah. See, it's blue now, not working. Okay, let me see. Let me read noise level weak. Okay, press operation. That's the noise reduce button. Yep, I see that. AI fatigue. Yeah. The LED light and RGB light turns on if connected. Man, please, I want to test this in wireless mode. Oh, what? There's no way. I just saw it make some sounds. Hello, no. Bro. Well, this, 1 second. I'm RTFMing, reading the freaking manual. Okay, yes, I do understand. This is the mute button, obviously. And I am unmuted now. It is a white light. It should... Do I have to press this every single time? This receiver? Still not picking it up. Test 1, 2. Mic check. Nope. Still not picking up. All right, you rotating this to increase mic gain. Yep, I have it max gained. I didn't get a notification or anything for this live. Hey, Chris, I know you used this. Did you have issues with this mic setting up the wireless? This is the PD 100 watt or 100W from Maono. Short press is the mode switch. Yep, and that's not doing anything. I'm switching between the different modes. You can see the LED changing colors. So white, blue, but it's still not picking up anything at all. I do have it in NVIDIA. I wonder if NVIDIA's messing with this thing. Nah. It picked up everything just fine. Oh, I tried that other one, but yeah, similar wireless one. Didn't have issues. It just worked. Of course, when I have to look at this live, it's going to give me issues. I'm going to shut it off and turn it on again. I have the receiver plugged in. We did get sound earlier, but as soon as I touched the AI noise reduction, it just like shut off. All right. We're on. There's a red light. I'm going to press this to... Okay. Okay, now we're good. Now we have sound from it. Look. Turning a device on and off is a great way to troubleshoot computers. But apparently also wireless mics. Okay. Can we please do this sound test now? And hopefully this just works. I'm talking into it from the... No. Okay. Oh, where is the sound pro? Where are you supposed to talk into it? Is it supposed to be from the top, actually? Let's see if the instructions tell you. I think you're actually supposed to point it at you, according to this. Yeah, you're supposed to talk to it from the top. You are supposed to talk from the top. Let me turn the gain down. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right. Did people leave the weird sentences I was asking for earlier? Did people leave the weird sentences that I was... Okay. I think this gain level should be good right here. All right. It's nice and loud now. I think it might be too loud. All right. Talking into it. I think I'm gonna kill this mic. Did I do anything to make it cut out? And yeah, see, I'm not touching the mute button, and it's turning red. You guys seeing this, right? Like, look. I took it off mute. I'm on the capsule now because this shut off. Yeah, it's it's turning red on its own. I swear to God. It sounds good for a $30 mic. It's a $60 mic, but what is going on? I'm about to plug this thing in just so we can get the sound test because, dude, just make sure to move away from the mic when you breathe in, just like Tayson Day. I got that reference. It doesn't like you, Danny. Danny, I'm a former PC technician, and it may be conflicted with the setting in Windows, not control panel. The weird thing is, I've had multiple mics for the longest time. Here, let me see. Okay, I'm just gonna put it not through NVIDIA broadcast. I'm just gonna add it. Yeah, give me a second. It might be NVIDIA broadcast messing it up too, which I was hoping to test to show the difference in noise reduction, but I'm just gonna add it as a sound source on here, directly into OBS, and that hopefully should work. Give me 1 second. Audio capture. Okay. It didn't work. It didn't work. You're right. It might be a Windows thing. So I will go to my Windows settings. Windows, Microsoft. Yep. Okay. Mic. Sound. Output device. Input. Where's my speakers? Yeah, so this took on my output. So let me change that. Speakers. Where the hell is my Realtek? Here we go. Okay. So we should be good on the desktop audio now. The music is back. But this mic, I'm going to have to power cycle this again. I think it's pretty reasonable to have 3 different mics hooked up to a computer. That's how you would do like a multi-person podcast or something. So I honestly, I don't think it's Windows because my other 2 mics. Windows audio is annoying. That's why I use voice meter. Make sure your mic is set to default. It does have a captive touch to mute. There's no way. Yeah. Okay, it wasn't that. Even this power cycle didn't do anything. We're gonna have to do this wired because the show must go on. I'm gonna try to power cycle it one more time. A multi-person podcast would almost certainly, yeah, it would be using an audio interface. But it's just 3 separate USB devices. My gut feeling, because I went into the Windows, sound, what is this menu called? The volume mixer and sound settings. And, it is not having it. Do I? Yeah, it's showing green on on the receiver. It worked after you pressed the touch mute. Did it? So I pressed this. No. So I'm on the Capsule right now. What you're hearing is the Capsule. Until you hear double sound, this thing is not working. Mic check. Yeah, see, it's not working at all. It is not, you guys. Wait, what? Give me 1 second. Mic check 1, 2. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry, the OBS sound meter thing. I had to switch scenes and back for it to show. Sorry, you guys were hearing it, but OBS did not display it after I added it for some weird reason. Because I was watching the meters because I have no way of knowing if I can hear it. Okay. There we go. Thank you. You guys, okay, we good. We good? We good. You were hearing doubles. Awesome. It sounds good. Well, now I guess we can do the comparison test. All right, so I have the mic levels. Okay, and then I can just mute this. So, can I get my wireless mic to work again? That is the question, because now that wanted to drop out because I was messing around with NVIDIA. We're just not going to test NVIDIA broadcast noise cancellation, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. What's up, Benzerino? We got it, boys. Mission accomplished. I am a secret boomer. Yeah. There we go. Okay, where are these sentences? Did anyone write a sentence? Okay, first rule of Fight Clubs, we don't talk about Fight Club. Did anyone have a longer sentence than that? I'm about to just read a random long thing. No, I'm not going to say lorem ipsum dolor sit emet. No. As long as you don't crank the gain because the mic is dynamic, the need for NVIDIA broadcast is a little less. No, see, Chris, I just wanted to test the noise cancellation features of it with this in the background, with one of this. I was gonna have that running, and test NVIDIA broadcast noise cancellation, AI noise cancellation versus the one built into this. I guess we could still do it, but yeah. Okay. I wonder if this is gonna work on Mint. I know, right? Okay. Let's read. We're gonna read. Where was it? There's the thing about the coffee. Here we go. So I'm gonna read this on each mic. So we're on the wireless mic right here. This is the DJI Mic 2. So this is gonna be the sound quality here. Pulled a shot and a tiny dragon shot out of my espresso machine. Tried bribing it with whipped cream. Now I just whisper, please mighty bean dragon every morning. All right, now we're on the capsule. This is the capsule, and I want to read the same thing. Pulled a shot and a tiny dragon shot out of my espresso machine. Tried bribing it with whipped cream. Now I just whisper, please, mighty bean dragon, every morning. Now we're on the Maono mic. I should turn up the gain a bit. Mic check. Okay. The gain's not too bad. All right. Pulled a shot and a tiny dragon shot out of my espresso machine. Tried bribing it with whipped cream. Now I just whisper, please, mighty bean dragon, every morning. I guess, what would you rank them from the DJI versus the NZXT capsule versus the Maono? It's not bad for a $10 mic. This isn't a $10 mic. This is a $60 mic. So, though this mic, I forgot how much was this thing when it came out, like $80 or something. And then this mic, I think it's like $150, but it's because it's wireless and more portable. Why do they have to slap the AI label on everything? Soon we'll be eating AI powered corn on the cob. Well, if they are using AI to do the noise cancellation, I think it's fine to put it on there. But I mean, do you think a $60 mic actually has a built-in chip that has AI capabilities to actually do noise cancellation? Chris, did you look much into this when you did your video on it? The Maono sounds great if held really close. Yeah, but the unfortunate thing about that is you I can see for like a podcasting environment, or like if you're not doing stuff at the computer. And for me, I move around way too much to have a mic have to sit consistently this distance away from my face. AI should only be software based. Podcast quality, sure. But so does this sound good now that I am holding it consistently, right next to my mouth compared to the other two? But they are labeling AI on things that already existed. Yeah, you're right. There has been noise cancellation and noise reduction stuff since before AI. Yeah, the Linux thumbnail and title made me came. I am going to be doing the Linux thing right after we finish with this mic. Yes, holding it sounds great. Sounds good. Okay, now we got to test the wireless capabilities. Then we go on to Linux, right? So I'm going to go here. We're going to move the... okay. We're going to move the camera this way. We're going to test... Oh, I guess I could track myself. Give me a second. Tracking. Okay. Hello? Follow me, camera. Camera! You're supposed to follow me. What are you doing? Come on, camera. You got AI built in. Come on. Yes. Come. Come with me. Come follow me. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to go. We're going to move this chair out of the way. Move this mic out of the way, too. We're going to go, let me know at what point the sound quality drops off. I'm about to trip over something. So I'm like not even half the distance in the length of my basement yet. Right now I'm at here's the bathroom door. I can't see the chat, by the way. I'm gonna have to come back and read it afterwards. So I'm at the bathroom door right now. Let me know how bathroom door make my way back here. If it's even still tracking me to the side backyard door. Again, I can't see what you guys are typing. We're just testing the distance of the wirelessness. And then So that was the wireless sound quality. I'm making my way back. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right. Let me. Okay. What are we looking like now? Or what was the sound? No audio? Okay. When was the last time you guys heard something? Okay. Not great. Just before the bathroom door, choppy. Started to be affected by the bathroom door. Got it. Wow. Okay. Then, because this one can go through like the bathroom wall. The wireless mic, but I would imagine the sound quality is worse, right? We're gonna do another sound test, just because we're gonna compare wireless to wireless. All right. We are back on this mic right now. So I'm just going to talk and read. Yeah, he has a receiver. He can't reach that much distance. I mean, this one has a receiver too. So we're on this right now, and that's what the sound quality is. And now we're back to the Maono mic. Maono mic. Um, Sound quality. Is it like pretty noticeably better, this one versus the one on my ear? I see you have the same mic I have. Is it the PD100X? It's the PD100W. Is there an X version? Maono sent me the mic for review. They also sent me this mic to test on the stream. It's not sponsored because we saw I had a little bit of issues setting it up, but ASMR test. Oh, we can ASMR test the keyboard, which I did figure out. The quality of the DJ is a bit tin and hollow. I mean, for how this is how tiny it is. That's the relative size comparison of the DJI mic. So you can only get out of wireless and out of such a small form factor, right? I meant the W, not the X. Yeah, it is the W. It cuts out real bad when you said you're less than halfway to the basement. Interesting. Okay, so this is wireless, but it seems like it doesn't have the longest range, which I don't think it promotes that it has the longest range. I just wanted to do a range test. If you lube the mic, it'll help. Okay, we are going to do a sound test with this mic on the keyboard again, which I did figure out. Now I'm going to be very quiet because I'm on the backside of the mic. Let's do a. It's not on the scene. Yes. I got you guys. I got you guys. I didn't put it on the scene. There we go. Now it should be here. Let me do a couple of tests. I don't want it to be too loud. Okay, that's a reasonable. That's a reasonable volume. Okay. I guess last time I did it, it probably didn't sound as thick because I was using the other mic, right? Or not thick, but what's it called? Like it sounded tinny because I used the other mic. Well, okay, where's the chat go? Need better stabilizers. I'm not sure if you were part of last week's stream, Stevie, but this was like pre-built keyboard. What's the word for the keyboards when you don't custom build it yourself? Sounds like wet farts. Okay. But I did want to show you guys because I did find it last time. A 68 Turbo. There's MCHOSE's website, and I've seen this for other products. But the cool thing is, actually, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Because remember we were talking about tuning this keyboard the last time, so I just wanted to wrap up this thing about it. But so to tune it, you don't need to install the programs like onto your own computer. You can just do it via browser. So you enter this hub, and then you've got your. It should load up. Come on now. Is it because I'm in an incognito window? Of course, you would do this to me. Well, I'm trying to show you. Oh, give me a second. I might just have to do it in the other window because everything just does not want to work with me today. All right, you don't want to work. I am going to kill. Why? I'm gonna kill. I don't want to blame OBS. Obviously, it's my error, but it was because I set this up to have NVIDIA broadcast on all the scenes, but because I had to on the fly change the mic settings and I added a distinct audio capture device, then I needed to add it back into every scene. So that is on me, but also because NVIDIA broadcast ended up not working out and I already had that set up on everything. It's Jensen's fault. It is Jensen's fault. No, the mic is fine. That's on me. But back to this, you can set the actuation and the sensitivity on all of this for the keyboard. This is way more advanced than any other keyboard I have ever used. But I just went to the office work because I just assumed if you're typing fast, this preset works best for it. But they apparently have this pro player what like this person uses for the keyboard settings. So yeah, when we were talking about why I was making so many mistakes last time, it was because it was on whatever the default was that was way too sensitive. So okay, I think we can get on the Linux stuff. Just go to OBS settings and add the mic there as a mic 3, aux 3, something will go to every scene. Well, now we already figured it out, so that would be for future. Danny, are you gonna? Yes, I'm gonna do the Ventoy. So let me switch back mics. Maono, we'll use you in other future streams. Um, People are saying your sound quality is good, but I I just won't be able to keep a mic arm like in my face like this the entire time. That's just I move too much to be able to do this. But when you started working after I figured out that it was me messing things up, it sounds like chat says you sound pretty good. So, good job. You did good, kid. It's really directional on that pickup. Yeah. So this is what it sounds like when I'm talking into it how I'm supposed to, because you are supposed to talk into the front like this. But as soon as I move it up and keep it about the same distance, it like look, I'm even putting it closer than earlier. But then as soon as I change it like this and keep it the same distance, it's pretty noticeable, right? Yeah. The And now we're back on the DJI mic, and you're saying it's better than this one? Well, it is also a $150 mic versus a $60 mic, so there is that. I'll keep on playing with this and testing this in other streams though, because I think for some people this would work out well. Just for me specifically, I need to keep the mic basically the same distance from my mouth at all times because I'm constantly turning to the side, leaning in and out and stuff. So yeah, but also if you guys want to see here, we gotta shout out the fam. Let's see, Maono P100W. Can I find that video? Is it gonna show? Come on. Where's Chris's video? Oh my god. I typed in his exact channel name. Oh, you got the PD300. That's what. Oh, you got the 200. Not let's see. So never mind, different mic. I lied. You can't watch Chris's review on it. You're gonna have to find a different one. But there are a ton of reviews on that mic. Okay. You guys are asking, am I gonna do Ventoy? So I did grab Ventoy. Give me 1 second. We're gonna go to let me make sure everything is set up correctly before I accidentally dox myself with some private information. Okay, I think I should be good. Should be good here. Okay. Here, we're gonna view extra large icons. I'm guessing it's this one. All right. So yeah, we're gonna do everything on this window apparently. So I'm gonna have to pull a bunch of stuff down here. So we're gonna, let's see, Linux Mint. We're gonna install Linux Mint first. Mount the mic arm to backpack and hang it in front of you. No, I'm not doing that, Chris. It could need every mic can be tuned. I was testing the out of the box settings. Every mic that I showed today, whether it be this one on my ear, the NZXT one, or that one, those are all out of the box settings because that's just how I do things. But why do some people only have like one appearance at LAN? Some people aren't like a part of like the LAN crew that, you know, always gets together. Like, I think you're probably talking about Charlie, Jan's brother, who just happened to live with Jan at that time, who joined us for the LAN, but he's not like a core part of our, like, you know, friend group. But he is Jan's brother, so I mean, he's chill. But yeah, that's the reason why. And then other people, they've gotten busy and stuff like that, or moved away, so that's the reason why. Ventoy is my go-to. I've loaded with Linux. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So, shoot. See, I did not mean to have so much freaking troubleshooting issues with that mic due to my part. We gotta express through this. So we're gonna do Linux Mint. We could do the other distros in a future stream. We can play around with them, but let's get through the process of creating the bootable thumb drive, which I do have right here. So I'm gonna use a brand new, I bought like a multi-pack of this 32 gig 13 group flash drive for this. This is going to be my different Linux distros using Ventoy to install thumb drive. So let me unbox this real quick. And let me get this plugged in. I have a PNY 250 gig flash drive, so I have multiple windows. And yeah, I need to get a bigger one. Probably, 250 seems kind of like overkill. I think like 128 or even 64 might be enough for my use cases. But okay, so we got it. It popped up right there. Let's see. Okay, let me minimize that. So download, and they got the installation instructions too. So we're gonna go and download just as we would with Windows. Okay. Oh, okay. What, bruh? Too many choices now. Okay, let me see. Cinnamon Edition, sleek, modern, innovative. The most popular version of Linux Mint is Cinnamon. Okay, so what's all the light, simple, efficient X-Face Edition, or X-Face, I'm just gonna call it, is a lightweight desktop environment. Doesn't support as many features. Okay, we're not gonna go with that one because the point is to try to like run into trouble too. So I think we do want the most support. Cinnamon is the flagship. Yeah. I just wanted to read through these because this is like my first time really diving into it. Mate is the classic desktop environment. It is a continuation of GNOME 2, which was Linux Mint's default desktop between. Okay. I'm just curious. We're gonna grab Cinnamon, but like, aside from just dicking around, would there be any reason for someone to daily drive the Mate edition? We're going to grab Cinnamon. I'm downloading it right now. I think. Oh, here it is. Okay. Sure. Okay, here we go. How long is this going to take? We are going at about 40 megabytes per second. It's going to take a minute. So while we wait for this, Mate is more... So when you say old, how old we talking? Because I'm using hardware. What is this from? Release date. When did these get released? Yeah, I'm using a 8-year-old an 8-year-old tower, right? Or I guess, yeah. It just past 8 years old. So what is considered old for the other one? Oh, like DDR2 systems, 2005, 2012. Okay, got it. Mate is a good distro too, but a bit dated and less popular. When it comes to security, from a security standpoint, would Mate be not as secure as Cinnamon is? Or does the underlying like security features, are they the same regardless? And it really is like an optimization thing for older hardware. Security is all the same. Okay. I run Cinnamon on a 4790K and GTX 1080 works fine. But could you also run that Cinnamon on that? I feel like the 4790K is, it's 4790K. Yeah, technically you can't be on Windows 11, but you can. Okay, it's done downloading. So we've got that. Okay. Let's, can I make this any bigger without, let me see. Sorry guys, the text, it's gonna be pretty small for you guys. I guess I can hide this. I'm not gonna change anything else on there. All right, so the device, which USB thumb drive was that again? Because I have a billion things plugged into this computer. We are on drive E. Oh, which I should probably... Here, let me, here we go. Wait. Okay. Format this to FAT32. Oh, it already is. Okay, so we are good to go. Was Manjaro an option? Is green and it fits your style well? I don't think that came up. So we're going to do refresh. There it is. It found it. Okay. So then... Do I need to change any of these other settings? I wouldn't think so. So it's ready. So okay. No need to use Ventoy, use Rufus. I mean, if I use Rufus, people would say, why did you use Ventoy? Someone just recommended this last time, so... okay... do I upgrade operation safe ISOs will be unchanged? Yeah, sure. Sure, we're gonna update I did not watch a tutorial on this, by the way, so I'm just going as is. Okay, so where do I load in the... I haven't used Rufus to make a multi-boot disc. Thought that was Ventoy's thing. When I was looking it up, that's what it sounded like too, but is Rufus capable of doing that? Okay. Warning, data will be lost. Yes. Okay, yes, sure. Oh, wait. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Where? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Drag and drop into the mounted Ventoy drive. Okay, gotcha. Let me open a new window for this. Wait, where is the Ventoy drive? Okay, there it is. So we're going to drag and drop from here. So we're gonna do this right here. Boink. Just like this. Oh my god. What are these transfer speeds? You guys see this? Multi-boot seems like a pain, but to each their own. Well, no, I could use this to also just straight up install, right? Because we were talking about last week, just like dicking around with it without fully installing it, running it off the thumb drive. But I'm going to just install it tonight. That Ventoy works for both, right? I would just use dedicated flash drives. See, now InDecline's coming in saying to use dedicated flash drives, where I thought, the way it was explained and the way I read it, I thought you could put multiple OSs on here and still treat it like you would a dedicated drive. It's just when you go in, you just select which one you want to use and install it just as normal. Yes, it'll accept any ISO to boot Linux or Windows. Yeah, so I mean, theoretically we should be able to treat this as if it was just a dedicated, you know, one OS bootable drive, right? Or am I wrong on this? You have 1,120 SSDs. Each one could be their own. Yeah. I am going to use a new drive, Chris. Where is it? I do have it right here. Which, this one, every time I've plugged one in, I'm like writing. This one had 306 on count. It's had a little bit over 4 terabytes written on it, and 864 on hours. So yeah, here's another. I am going to be installing it on this drive, but right now we're just trying to create the bootable for it. My gosh. This transfer speeds is going at like 13 megabytes per second. Ventoy lets you put multiple ISOs on that one drive, then boot it from them. Yeah. So I think that works just fine. Because we are going to try the other distros at some point in time. And while we wait for that, I will show you the system we are putting it in. If I can turn on the light here. Okay, so I've got this all set up. Why? The Maono was picking up sound this entire time. But, so I just plugged that drive in. This was the build that I featured on the channel like 2 or 3 years ago. It's this ThinkStation with so it has 32 gigs of RAM, which are over on this side. It's got a Xeon W2135, I believe, in it. I always forget the Xeon names because I don't keep them like backlogged in my brain. We do have an XFX RX 580 in here. And then, yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to say about this build. I just chose, a pretty budgety build, old components, because that's what I had free on hand that I could dedicate to doing this. Might want to take secure boot off in bio. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, I can do that now while we wait for this thing to transfer. Which, how is it doing? Oh, is it done? I think it's done. Give me 1 second. Well, hopefully my capture card can show everything. I have the same machine with the 1080 Ti. It's a great machine for any Linux distro. Do not run Linux with secure boot. Causes too many problems. Okay, I will go and disable that. I did go ahead and update the BIOS, which they had. This system had a BIOS update. Like, I think it was dated November or December 2025. I was surprised that it was still getting BIOS updates. Oh, okay. What's going on? Oh, come on, capture card. You were working when the Windows drive was in there. What are you doing? So, are we done with Ventoy over here? So, it's on? Like, it's in here? That's all we need to do? That's it? What distro did you settle on? We're doing Mint first. And then we could try out Bazite and Zorin and what was the last one? Ubuntu as well. Give me for some reason there's no signal going to the monitor. Which I just tested this thing and it worked with when I had the Windows drive plugged in. But I wonder if it doesn't want to detect anything until it actually gets into the OS. No, that shouldn't be it. Not gonna try an Arch distro? No, not to start off with. There's no way. I'm not gonna point a camera at this system the entire time. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, what the heck? Display cap. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me? I'm gonna restart this. Arch has a bad rep, but that is very old rep. So it's kind of like AMD. It has a bad rep based off of past things, even though it's gotten better, but people still are talking about it like it was its former self. This is not a boomer moment. This is PC failing to cooperate, even though it just did prior to stream. I will plug in. Oh, come on. I will try to show you guys. Where'd you go? Bro, you are killing me right now. Do I just have to do this until we get to a point where the capture card picks up a signal? I'm gonna, here, I gotta undo my capture card stuff. Why you do this to me? Why? Why must you not cooperate when we are actually on a time crunch? If I was just doing this in the middle of the night, whatever, doesn't matter, then I could troubleshoot it all day long. But we actually have to get this done. You blame Ventoy? I don't even have the thumb drive plugged in yet. I need to eject this. So I'm going to eject the Ventoy thumb drive. Okay. It's not even plugged in yet, though. What is going on? I think it's the capture card because it was blinking red. And the capture card is the only other thing. No, it worked with the Windows. Give me 1 second while I figure this out. You never eject? What up, Skittles? I started ejecting as of late. I don't know why. I used to never eject either. But as of late, I have started ejecting. There's no freaking way. This system. I'm going to slap it so hard. Because, yeah, I'm not getting a display signal going through. I'm going to plug the Windows drive back in. If it shows, then I don't know how to troubleshoot this so that you guys can see the actual installation process, which was the point of this to begin with, unless I literally hold a phone up to it. Oh yeah, let me move the camera so you guys can see better what I'm doing on the side here. Here we go. All right, no signal. You were just working. What is wrong with you? All the connectors are in. Oh, there it is. Look. Hey, Windows works. Okay, look, guys. I'm gonna show you what's going on here, right? So you guys should be able to see right here. You guys don't see it yet, but I'm going to change the cords around again so that you will be able to see. But then it might be a problem with the SSD because that's the only thing I changed. Look, do you see that? Okay. We are in. I installed Windows onto the system just to make sure that it was still working and all good to go. But you guys see this, right? This isn't me trying to pull some weird stuff. You guys see, with the Windows SSD plugged in, we get a video signal that does go through the capture card, and you guys can see the desktop here. You see? All right. Now, watch. I'm going to shut this down. Because remember, we need to get into the BIOS, disable secure boot, as everyone has been telling me to do. So what I'm going to do now is, and I'm just going to remove the drive because I don't want it to like have to, you know, fight it booting into Windows. We're going to put this blank drive that I have that I know is working because I plugged it into my existing dock to get the stats from it. Now we're going to turn this on. And now it's going to work and make me look stupid. Just work and make me look stupid, please. Please, just show, like, anything. So we're going to wait for it over here. We're going to wait. Yes, this desk is very messy. She doesn't like it when I eject early. Yes, we are waiting. We are waiting. What I haven't tried was with no drive. But yeah, see, like, with the Windows drive, it just worked perfectly. Booted right up, got a display, we went through the capture card just fine, went into OBS, no problems. But right now, we are sitting on a black screen with the intended SSD that Mint is going to go on. Did you format the drive to GPT? Are we talking about this drive, or are we talking about which drive are we talking about? If you're talking about the drive that Mint is intended to go on, actually, I don't know what it's formatted as. I guess I could throw it back into my system to see real quick. But I don't think that should even matter because the system should show something saying like, you know, no boot media, and it should allow me to go into the BIOS. But it doesn't as soon as this is plugged in. So what I'm going to try is this. I'm gonna shut it off. I'm not gonna have anything plugged in, and let's see if we can get into the BIOS with no storage device plugged in. I'm gonna plug this into my system. Does Linux want specifically MBR or GPT or anything? Can we even get to BIOS through the capture card? Well, I don't. I mean, you would think you could get through the splash screen like we did earlier. See, I'm going to have to unplug this from the capture card, which wasn't working anyways. I mean, yeah, Chris, I understand what you're saying. But I did have it not connected to the capture card earlier. And yeah, we're not getting any image. But I'll do it. Preferably GPT. Well, I mean, these are 128 gigabyte SSDs. Is it going to matter too much if it's MBR versus GPT? Is it like, I'll start it up again. So now we are not on the capture card. GPT for Linux? Okay. Oh, I can do that right now, actually. Let me make sure this thing is detected. Okay. Okay, where's this thing? Disk parts. So is that system? No, it does not have an iGPU, or at least I don't. Yeah, it does. The motherboard doesn't even have a input or display like connector input. Yeah, so that's awesome. Windows work just fine, and now, let me think. I'm just gonna shut this down real quick. This is what happens when you try to go into it fresh so that you could do it with everybody. And you run. Can you imagine being someone who picked up this system on eBay and was like, oh, I'm excited to get Linux on this thing. And you're right. This could be user error on my part, though I don't know how, just connecting an SSD into here, because I believe these things come with storage. And then trying to fire it up and getting no display, even though it was working with Windows, which a newbie wouldn't have had. But like, these are the things, these random, weird, like quirky issues that just happen with PCs, where if you were a beginner, you would freak out like way more and have no idea what to do. And then you got to run to Reddit or the forums. And then when you explain the trouble to people, they're like, did you try this? Did you try that? And I'm like, yeah, I just took it off the capture card. Yeah, I just plugged or unplugged all the storage devices. Like, can you imagine as a beginner though, what must be running through your mind when you just spent money for a PC and if this stuff were to happen? Beginners freak out, seasoned get angry. Well, I am getting frustrated because we are starting to run low on time, and like just based on what you guys have seen, I'm gonna plug back in the Windows drive and it's just gonna fire right up, no problem. So the issue is, if it is something in the BIOS, maybe I can get to the BIOS with the Windows drive plugged in. Where did I put? Oh, it's right here. See? So we're going to put the Windows drive back in, and I'm going to fire it up, and it's just going to work. And I know this because I've turned this thing on and off multiple times with that drive. Time is a construct. It's not, you guys, Ventoy isn't even plugged in, or the Ventoy drive is not even plugged in right now. We're just trying to get to BIOS so that we can disable secure boot. And I'm going to watch for the splash screen, press delete to get to BIOS or setup. Now you're not going to work with the Windows drive. I'm going to, yeah, see? I am all ears. This is probably something that I can work out. You know, it might take a few hours if I did this on my own time, but we're here as a group. What do you guys want me to do? Because there is a lot of knowledge, like, between everybody in the chat right now. I feel like people have ideas on what I can do. So I'm all ears because I'm trying to think as well. Try a different GPU. Restart and hold escape as it boots. Okay, we got a whole bunch of different things. I'm not going to try a different GPU because I will eventually. But right now on stream, we don't have time for me to go dig up a different GPU, plug it in, and all that stuff. We know that it works, right? There's something else going on. Leave the Windows drive in, turn off the Windows firewall, then boot into BIOS. I mean, wait, if fast boot is enabled, that may be jumping straight. No, I don't think I don't, because I got into the BIOS before. I have been in the BIOS. That's how I checked the version number to see if I needed an update. And then I did not touch any fast boot settings. I know that for sure. Let's see. Okay, let me read through all the things. Put the boot drive in the PC and push F10 to delete from the... Yeah, so we can try... I'm going to try that one first while I read through the rest. And does anyone remember what... I thought it was like... It might have been F12. I'm just going to spam all the high F keys and delete at the same time. Oh, and apparently I got to spam F1, F2. I'm just going to spam everything. Come on. Reset CMOS. Is the battery even in an easy... Oh, yeah, it's right there. That wouldn't be too bad. I don't know if the CMOS would do anything, though. Yeah, leave Windows Drive plugged in. Plug second drive in. Get into BIOS. And then disable Windows Drive from booting. And see... Yeah, well, I mean, Chris, we have to look at wacky suggestions right now because... Okay, I'm spamming. Nope, it went straight in. Okay, so that didn't work. What were people saying? Hold shift and restart from Windows. Hold shift and restart from Windows. Okay, we'll try that one. Because these are all quick options. Okay, we're doing it. Need to pull the battery? Yeah, I can do that. I'll do that next. Spam F1, F2, F1 for BIOS. I mean, I'm doing the shift one, unless I can hold shift and spam those things. Nope. That did not work. Okay, let me scroll up because a lot of people... Okay, I'm just here for moral support. Yeah. I'm gonna pull the CMOS because it should reset all the settings to default if my mouse... Is this thing running out of batteries? What's going on? Okay, I'm gonna shut down. You held shift while clicking restart, not after? Yeah, I was holding shift the whole time. I held shift the entire time as I went through the Windows, restart menu. Okay, we're going to pull the CMOS real quick. I mean, yeah, you'd think the CMOS would do the trick. Jeez, where? I need a light. This does not have a normal clip. How do I get this thing out? What the heck? Wait, what? How am I supposed to pull the CMOS for this thing? I've never pulled it for this build, but you guys are seeing this, right? I'm trying to find like is there anything that pops open, because it's definitely being blocked from being directly pulled up. Isn't it like a pop tab? Am I blind? I'm not seeing. Here, I'm going to zoom in for you guys. Oh, is it at the top? Wait, am I seeing that right? At the top? This camera is actually showing me more than I can. No, wait, let me see. Is there a capture card? No, the capture card was connected to the system, but that's not why it was being strange. It's even being strange without the capture card. Push up from the bottom. Push up, you say. You're saying to push up? I mean, I've taken out a number of CMOS batteries in my time. Like, I'm thinking because this up here is being blocked, like, these should, like, pop down or something. Push up from the small slot, you say. So this small slot, push up. So let me grab something tiny to try to push up on it. So you're saying, nope, not small enough. I need, where's the screwdriver? Give me one, or here. We're just gonna puncture it with the, no. Where is my screwdriver? Oh, there it is. Let me get the smallest head. Oh, this should work. Tell him to rub his hands on the couch and touch the computer. Yeah. So you're saying to push up from down here? I mean, I feel like I'm going crazy that I'm not seeing what you guys are seeing, because that's not doing anything. You're seeing it clearly move, right? Like where, how, oh my goodness. I'm going to have to look up a YouTube video how to remove the CMOS battery out of a ThinkStation P520. Flathead from the side, you say. We're going to switch to the flathead. Give me a second. I need the smaller flathead. Should be the CMOS reset pins. Yeah. Yeah, I get. Oh my god. Is there CMOS reset pins? It's not right next to it, if there is any. Push up and pull out with the small flathead is what you're saying. Push up and... Oh, is that... So then I gotta take the graphics card out. Is that why? Yeah, I guess I didn't think about it. So I probably need to get more... So you're saying push up under here and pull it outwards? That makes sense, but I can't do that with the... Maybe I can. Let me see. Let me see if I can get it here. But I might have to pull the graphics card, which is going to be the most... Come on. Or if I can get something to hook underneath it. But you guys are seeing this, right? Like, why would you design this like this? I see what you're saying. Get something underneath and pull out from the bottom of it. Because it like goes in and... like, okay, let me try to fix like a hook or something to pull it out. Like a paper clip. Do I have a paper clip anywhere? Here, this might work. This is cooked. Well, the issue is we weren't ever supposed to have to mess with the CMOS battery anyways, because the system was supposed to just work. No, I'm underneath this thing, and it's not coming out when I pull it. Let me try from the side. It might work from the side too. Yeah, I've got this needle, which is letting me get enough leverage. Bro, I'm about to puncture this battery. This is just rage bait. Maybe slide it downwards. You guys, we're going to have to come up with a different solution than removing the CMOS battery because, yeah. Let me bend this so I can hook it and pull it out. This is not rage bait, I promise you. This is just what happens on a live stream. I don't want to say I came unprepared. It was purposefully that I did not play with it. Okay, I got a hook. We're going to try to hook from underneath this thing. If this doesn't come out, then that is not the intended method of removal. I am literally under the battery right now. And it is not popping out. Oh my god. Can I show this? Like, you shouldn't need that much force. Look, okay, so I made a hook. You see this cool hook I made? We're coming in. If I could hold this correctly while trying to do this. We're coming in underneath the battery. We are underneath the battery. And we are pulling it. We are pulling it, and it's not budging. Like, it's bending it back. There's no way that's how you take it out. I'm pretty sure you just hit the wrong button. Bro, I hit all the buttons. I can't tell if you guys are trolling or not. Bro, you just pushed the black part. You just pushed the black part. Jason, I know you're trolling. Or push up and then out. Yeah, I'm going to try a couple more times on all sides of this thing. But there's no way. Anyone who has a ThinkStation at home, you go try it right now. I know some of you guys have this exact PC because it was very popular. Okay. I'm going to say screw that. We're going to spam all the other F buttons again. Yeah, those two tiny black tabs need to be pushed together. Pushed down together. I'll push them down in a second, Extreme Zone. Oh my god, you guys are giving me... Battery must slide up, then hook it out. Yeah, those two black tabs need to be pushed down together. Give me a second. I'm trying to spam all these different keys. Maybe this whole PC... Maybe Linux was a mistake. Check the stream submissions. Okay, let me see. What do you guys have on stream submissions? Danny, on command, open start menu, type CMD, run as administrator, shut, okay. Alright, Pedro, yeah, I'll try that. Because we're still not in. Actually, it's not going directly into Windows right now. It might just take a second. We'll see. F1 is the key. The thing is, if F1 is the key, then pressing also F2, F12, and other F keys should not affect it. Like, at least I've never had that be a problem. When I'm working on a motherboard that I'm like not familiar what the key to get into BIOS or setup is, I've always just spammed multiple F keys that either the F1, 1, 2, or like 10, 11, 12. And doing that, there's never been a problem getting into BIOS. You guys are saying F1 is the key, and I will do only F1. But I don't think spamming multiple is the problem. You're saying, okay, this is a good point. It is in BIOS, but no display. The issue is, I've been in the BIOS with this exact hardware configuration. And there was no problems, and I did not change anything about this PC since that happened because I was getting it ready for the stream, so I needed to make sure the hardware worked. So I'm trying to think why all of a sudden, if I'm using exactly everything the same, it just all of a sudden has no display. Did the BIOS update break it? I mean, it obviously didn't break it because it still works with Windows. Can a BIOS update break your ability to get into BIOS? That's an interesting way to look at it. Is there a whole... Okay, give me a second. We're going to... See, it's not even getting into Windows right now. So I think you're onto something. Because it's not loading into Windows right now, there might be... After that BIOS update, there might be some issue now with the display working, or either the GPU or a combination of getting your display to work with BIOS. Give me one. You guys see that? Yeah, what is going... Oh my God. The Windows shutdown just showed up as I went to shut that down. So it was actually looked like it was in Windows. There is no iGPU, guys. This motherboard, this system does not have, it does not have anything for display I/O. So it's got to be something else. No, the keyboard is plugged in. You see, the keyboard, we're USB plugged in. So it's not the wireless thing. It's not that. I have issues with portable monitors. Okay, you bring up a good point. Let me try. Well, I have a different portable monitor. I don't have any other except for that gigantic ass monitor right there. But no, I also did not have a problem with this on the portable monitor previously. So this is like the most specific problem ever. If it is a portable monitor problem, specifically only after a BIOS update, you know, like, where is the... Okay, let me try this monitor, and we will see if it is that. But, I mean, I'm fielding all suggestions right now. I will try... Whoa, it looks like we couldn't even get into Windows. Alright, let's see if this works. I will turn this to you guys so that you can see. I'm just going to see if it can get into Windows by itself. No cable. What the hell are you talking about? Those two tabs on the bottom are like wings. Pull them down and outwards. Oh! Like a sliding tray? Yeah, that's not working. I'm doing it right now. Like, here. I see what you guys are, like, getting at. I'm going to zoom in for you, actually, so that you can see it. If it was actually... You see how that's, like, a solid piece? If there was, like, some kind of groove cut into it, or... You know what I'm saying? Like, I see what you're saying. Like, if you push down on this, it might slide out like a tray. But literally, that is literally a solid piece right there. Like, I don't know how much more I can push down on this. You can see it flexing. I'm about to, like, shove sharp stuff into my fingernail trying to open this thing. Like, nah, it... You were doing it... dude, if you need that much more leverage, I was about to puncture the battery with my hook. Okay, hey, look, it works. But I got distracted. So, okay, what were we gonna do? So go to the command menu. So CMD. Come on. Hello? Oh my God. I'm going to kill this keyboard. There's no way. There's no way. There is no... You guys, take my nerd card right now. Take my nerd card. Right now, take it. We're gonna get this installed. Danny is on a kill streak this stream. Bro was plugged in, but was on 2.4 gigahertz. I was. No. It shouldn't be the keyboard. Now people are saying F11. I'm pressing like 3 different things at once. I don't know if it's that though. Honestly, Even though the keyboard wasn't working, the fact that we didn't see anything, but I would be happy to be wrong. Okay, it went into it again. So what? It's not delete. It's not F10. It's not F1. It's not F11. Okay, we're gonna do the command thing. Here, you guys can see here. Hello? We're not in the capture card. Never mind, you guys can't see. I lied. I'm just gonna do this. So what do you say? So type shutdown /R/FW/T and then that 0? That is 0 or an O? That's a 0. Use DisplayPort, not HDMI. For my portable monitors, I unfortunately don't have any DisplayPort cables for it. A required privilege is not held by the client. I can't even do that command. The command didn't work. Disk part, list disk, select disk 1 clean. I tried all the keys for hours. Windows automatically skips the boot menu. Yeah, so what do we do now? Oh. Yeah. Admin as administrator. We're gonna do the same thing. Yes. Okay, what is that? Shutdown /R/FW/T and 0. The system could not find the environment option that was entered. Administrator or running as administrator didn't work. Oh, you guys, we have lost the plot. We're troubleshooting a think station now instead of doing what we're supposed to do. I am running as an administrator, by the way, because they gave me a different message at least this time compared to earlier with a different error code. Oh. Okay. Try holding shift one more time. I like that idea, Chris, because I was a dummy earlier. We restart. I'm holding the shift. You can see it right there. Windows 1, Linux 0. This isn't a Linux issue. Okay, here we go. Okay. Troubleshoot. Advanced options. Go into restart to change firmware. Or UEFI firmware settings. Okay. Remove all. We did remove all Windows and install Linux. I took the actual drive out of the system and I plugged in. I did it with 0 drives in it, and then I did it with a known blank drive in it, and that didn't do it. Replace BIOS with Linux. It's going to go to the BIOS. You're going to stay in a black screen again. Master Neen is... Okay. No, it just went into Windows. Why didn't that work? What the heck? What are you doing? PC, what are you doing? I'm going to show you guys. Here. What do you guys want me to click exactly? So what I did, I went to troubleshoot, advanced options, and I went to UEFI firmware settings. You need to use DisplayPort according to what people are saying. Yeah, it's so weird though how a BIOS update would make... This is... Guys, I'm telling you. Okay, look. Watch. I'm not going to cut. Yes, we're going to restart. Alright. I'm not touching anything. You guys can see the mouse and keyboard right there. I hate workstations. This is all proprietary nonsense. Yeah. Keep watching, guys. Because I swear to you, I'm not crazy. And I swear I'm not this incompetent. I think anyone who's been working on computers for a long time will know that weird crap like this happens actually a lot. And it would make even seasoned people pull their hair out. Listen, yeah. Oh, guys. What just happened? I thought we were supposed to go in the UEFI. Anyways, what do we do? What can we install from Windows? Actually, can we install Linux onto a secondary drive in Windows, like with the thumb drive plugged in? That's my next option, which I've had to do from a Windows to Windows install before. You can, but it's not recommended. Workstation, more like workstation. Yeah, none of this is bothersome to me. It's just annoying. Okay, I do get some of my street cred back though, right? Like this except for the keyboard thing. I take full responsibility on that one. Honestly, it's because for some reason I thought this keyboard, when you plug it in, it overwrites the USB keyboard mode. But I take full responsibility on that blunder. But there is something weird going on, right? Please just try this for sanity check. Hold, not spam, F12 and delete, then power the machine on. Don't let go until something appears. Can anyone... I do own a monitor with a display port. I do. I can't quickly grab it to set it up, though. Because, like, the... yeah. That one, I'm not going to do. I do... Let's see. But these portable ones, they're all HDMI. That's the unfortunate thing. Go and get it. Okay, we're going to get it. Here's the thing, though. I'm curious, how confident are you that it's a DisplayPort thing as opposed to HDMI thing? I'll go grab the monitor. We have the time, Danny. Do you? Well, no. It's just... I've been doing this streaming thing as well as, like, you know, PC stuff on it. There's always some, like, very, very confident people in the chat. We've had people just give me confident commands that thought was going to work. The battery thing, the UEFI firmware holding shift restart thing. The DisplayPort thing, I'm down to try it. It would be weird why that would work, but DisplayPort 100%. I was one of... no. Remove all Windows, PS2 keyboard. He's been spamming it for 20 minutes, so pretty confident, I think. Okay. He's pretty confident it's DisplayPort. We're going to go DisplayPort. Let me move these tiny monitors. The thing is, I am not... I think it's, like, a valid thing to try. It's just we're in the interest of time right now. I think there might be other things we could do that would be quicker than me running to grab a whole nother monitor, which is barely going to fit on this table because I have this set up to use portable displays. But you really want the DisplayPort, so I will do it for you if you really think it's going to work. Let me plug all this in now because, see, the good thing about the USB monitors is you could just, you don't have to have an outlet. You just plug it right into the PC itself to power it on. But look, this is a DisplayPort cable, okay? Or are we going to ask it what version of DisplayPort cable this is and then blame it on that? Because I couldn't even tell you what version DisplayPort cable this is unless it actually says it on it. But are we going to blame the... Let me see. Does it say? DisplayPort cable. It does not say what version it is. It's just the one that came with the monitor. So... Sometimes... I mean, it's a modern one. So... Actually, here, there's a tag here. Yeah, it's a KTC DisplayPort cable, 1.5 meter. Come on. How are you not going to put the standard on it? I'm about to slap some of these companies upside the head. All right, DisplayPort plugged in. Is this monitor on? Is the question. So what are we doing? Because we're still. I'm gonna keep it as is. So what keys am I spamming, chat? What keys am I gonna spam for this when I power this on? All right, so it's on. There's no signal. Yeah, see, this is what I'm thinking. Look, if the HDMI shows output, the issue is not plugging in the DisplayPort. This makes zero sense. I mean, by that, the logic that who's it, Ron Burgundy is saying, it's only the BIOS or splash screen menu that's having trouble kind of like hooking to the HDMI display, but apparently DisplayPort's gonna work. I've completely unplugged the HDMI. It's plugged in, and what am I spamming now? Delete, F10, can I do them all at the same time? I'm gonna follow Ron Burgundy's exact instructions so that, you know, we can get through this, because Ron Burgundy says, I'm a computer technician, I know what I'm talking about. I think there's a lot of other computer technicians in the chat too. So, you cannot spam all of them at the same time? You're saying I have to do it one at a time? Well, if that's the case, I'm going to go find the exact key I need to spam. P520 key to spam to get into BIOS. They're saying F1. Let me see. Recommended BIOS. P520. Livelihood on the line. Company might go under. I mean, no. This is just one of those weird things that I can never get that by F1 key. Give me 1 second. I don't want to waste time having to keep on restarting to like spam the right key. What is the key for this system? Apparently it's F1 according to most of the Google searches. Lenovo, yeah, so it looks like Lenovo is F1. We good with F1? We good with me spamming F1? But yeah, don't spam at the same time. Has to be. Chris, have you never spammed multiple keys at the same time and successfully gotten into BIOS? You must have before. I don't think... Look, I am spamming F1 though, because only one key. If this works, everybody needs to apologize to Ron Burgundy, myself included. If this works. Alright, everything's lit up. Come on. I do, but I don't press them at the exact same time. Yeah. You kind of roll them, right? Like, I spam multiple when I fix other people's, it works. Oh, it just went right into Windows again. Okay, look, Ron Burgundy, I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just saying that as a computer technician, right? You can agree that you've run into very weird problems at points of time where, like, no matter what you looked up online, every suggestion never worked. Danny steadily losing his mind is more content than the content. I was here for it. You guys, I'm only losing my mind because actually I'm happy this is happening, because I think it really humbles you. When I say you, I don't mean anyone specifically. It just humbles like a person working on a computer who thought they have seen everything, who thought they knew everything, and you still run into something that you've never seen before, and apparently the internet has never seen before, because I don't think you're going to be able to find someone with this exact problem and a solution for it. Try removing it. There won't be a boot device. You're right. We haven't tried that for a while. But we're now going to try it with a DisplayPort monitor, so that actually might make a difference. We're going to remove the drive completely. But we know that it can boot up correctly, right? Oh, we're not going to get mint onto this system tonight, guys, but this was fun nonetheless. Okay, the drive is out. I've got the drive out. If this works, I'm going to go back to apologizing to Ron Burgundy. I do this for a living also, in managing databases that from the start was making no sense whatsoever. Yeah, this is fun. I think this is fun to figure out. And if this ever comes up again on a Reddit post, specifically with ThinkStation P520s not getting a display signal to come through, you can link to the stream where we may not actually solve the problem. So the system is turned on. You can't really see it, but it is on. And we're just going to wait for it to get into BIOS now. But you can see the lights are on and everything. The fans are spinning. They're spinning, and we're just going to show. CMOS reset is next. Bro, no! I cannot for the life of me figure out how to get that CMOS battery out without straight up snapping the plastic housing around it. What do we got? That's not going to work. Don't listen to have to cry. What? What's not going to work? The CMOS thing or something else? I bought my 9070 XT last month, but realized I only played AAA for 4 hours a week. Do you think selling it this year would be good? Yeah, if you sell it, you might be able to make money on it because it could probably go for more than what you bought it for. This is fun, dude. Almost breaks down. I'm crashing out, guys. Okay. No boot drive or anything in here. You know what would be funny if we plugged in this Ventoy? Give me a second. Okay, how long do we gotta wait till we confirm that nothing is going to pop up? Surely that board has a CMOS reset jumper. It's not right next to the CMOS. It might have it. Let me actually look it up so I can just find it and not futz around too much. No, Danny, take the BIOS key. The BIOS key is the F1 key. I think yeah, no, I already tried the F1 thing though. It didn't work, unfortunately. Look for a 3-pin jumper. Yeah, no, let me see if I did not see any jumpers next to it. But let me take a look again. Let me move this monitor out of the way because it is. Yeah, see, yes, I know that when you can't pop it out, there should be something. Feel free to, if you guys want to play along. All right, so here's the battery. Tell me to zoom in on anything you want me to, but unless the pin is, so there's a fan 3-pin, unless it's somewhere down here, which I have not taken a look, but I'm telling you, there's nothing in the immediate area that looks like a CMOS jumper. And down here is too dark. So, actually, let me see if I can get some more light down here. Let's all look together, actually. Any CMOS jumper. Or it could be called something else. Might say clear CMOS around it. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking. It's actually up here. I found it. Okay, there it is. You guys see that? Maybe I can zoom in more. There it is. We found it. Why they placed it way up here? No idea, but we can try that. But wait. What are we trying next? People said to try something else. Well, what were we supposed to try? Oh, I was gonna try the Ventoy thumb drive, but we could do the jumper. Let me do that. Just pop some capacitors and see what happens. What's the issue with this build? The issue is that it won't get into BIOS. Well, actually, we could still install Mint with secure boot enabled, right? You guys said it was problematic, but not that it wouldn't work. So did we just go on a side quest that was unnecessary? No, I think this was a good discovery. We need to get to the bottom of this before we can move on. Okay, I'm going to swap the jumper pin. And then, how long you want me to wait for? Okay. Ventoy will not work without secure boot. Okay, so never mind. That doesn't work. Oh, wait, what? So you guys told me to disable secure boot, but how am I going to be able to use it to install with my Ventoy? Or do I install it and then I disable after the fact? Recovery into BIOS using a Windows SSD? I mean, we've tried something similar to that. Chuck the computer, get rid of that computer because it's garbage. I never liked that manufacturer anyways. Here's the issue though. Like, the computer works fine. Like, you know, the CPU unit, the RAM, even the motherboard and stuff. With these problems, most people just care to get into Windows and play games, which this system can do pretty well. But yes, no, I agree with you. All this proprietary crap is like BS. Okay, are we good with the jumper? I'll even, here's what we'll do. I'm going to unplug it from the back. I'm going to do everything. We're pulling out all the stops. No power going to it. I'm going to hold the power button to try to flush anything in the caps. The CMOS jumper has been, I moved it to the other set for, it's been like over a minute now. Let me know when I can switch it back. because I think I've done enough now that the CMOS should have been reset. But some people might say, oh, you didn't do it for long enough. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to pull my hair out. Yeah, I think it's cleared. We're good. I just held the power button for like 15 seconds. The CMOS jumper has been changed for, or switched to the other 2 pins for over a minute. We're going to plug everything back in. All right, there's no drive plugged in. I mean, guys, I just want it to display something. It just beeped. So I guess the CMOS reset worked because it wasn't beeping any other time. And yes, resetting CMOS is like one of the troubleshooting things that is often recommended. Though, just with everything we're seeing, like the fact that we can still get into Windows, I don't have much faith in this. I beep when I pee. Yeah. It's like trial and error thing, but he needs to try another GPU. Look, I will try another GPU right now, even though, as other people have said, the fact that we can get into Windows with the display, it makes it seem like it's not a GPU issue unless for some reason, and again, I'm telling you guys, I've gotten into at least the older version of the BIOS with this exact GPU. I will go grab a NVIDIA GPU. I'm actually going to grab something that does not require a power cable. But yeah, the GPU is skipping BIOS. I mean, okay, so it's not doing anything while it's still thinking. Let me go grab a different GPU. Okay. All right, which one are we using, chat? We got the famous GT1030. Oh, I don't even think I can use this one, actually, because I don't have the other bracket for it. Never mind, I can't use this one because it only has the short bracket, and I don't know where it is, and it's not going to fit. It needs a tall bracket. So we're going GT1030, yeah? Does anyone have a problem with this card, or are we going to make other excuses when this... oh, wait. This doesn't even have DisplayPort. Do we think DisplayPort is the issue, or can I use this? Like, come on. What are we doing here? Is the monitor turned on? Yes, it is turned on. I can press the power button again, though. Let me press the power button again just to show you guys. There it is. All right, it's on. That'd be funny if power cycling the monitor ended up working. But yes, it's on. Okay. I mean, was it 100% the DisplayPort? Or can I go back to using HDMI on a portable monitor? You know what? Give me... No. Let me see if I can find another card with DisplayPort that is old. Would this one work? Do I have enough power? Yes, I do. Okay, folks. Can we go GTX 970? Huh? How about GTX 970? We got DisplayPort on here. We got DisplayPort because now that's apparently the thing. And now I gotta make an appointment. Yeah, dude. Woo! I have an awesome weekend. Like a guy's trip, except with some landing in it ahead of me. So this elevated stress level that I'm at, going on that trip is going to be much needed. All right, I'm shutting it down. We're putting in we're going to keep the DisplayPort monitor because it's already here. So why not? Thank God for this system. Look at this. There's no screws. It just has like a quick release for everything. The power supply, the graphics card. So you don't really screw parts in. You just put it in, then you clip it into place. So this should be quick. Come on, AMD. You let us down, RX 580. Not really, because you worked with Windows. All right, we're putting a different graphics card in that is known working. Everyone is like, I'm so excited to see the Linux stuff, and we're over here still futzing around with the actual hardware itself. Okay, we're plugged in. Let me get the power. Bro has components sitting around that's stronger than y'all's rigs. What are you talking about? GTX 970 is like, in today's day and age, isn't it like a $30 graphics card now? I do not keep on hand high-end strong graphics cards. I have all this weak stuff because they basically hit their price floor and they pretty much don't depreciate anymore beyond this. I just pulled out a GT 1030, a GTX 970, and what the heck is going on with this connector? Are the pins not lined up? Bro, you cannot. You cannot. Not right now. The 6-pin does not want to go into... Bro. What is wrong with these connectors? Those don't have connectors. Can everything that can go wrong right now? Yeah, what is going on? What is up with this 970? One second. I don't know if it's the pins on the 970 or on these connectors, but it does not want to go in. There we go. What the heck? That should not have required that much force. It went into the RX 580 just fine. Here we go. There we go. Whoa. Okay, that was weird. All right, we're plugged in. Got display. Okay. Got to plug in the power. Okay. All right. Let's see if we get something different here. Did you break a mirror before the stream? I did not. Do you have a 1050? I don't. I actually might. You could search. Well, no, I'm pretty confident the CMOS thing has been resolved. At least us resetting it. If you want me to completely remove the battery, I don't know what that would do. Hey. Hey. Really? Really? So there's nothing wrong with the graphics card, right? Because obviously, like, I've tested this and we got into Windows and all that kind of stuff. And I've gotten into the BIOS of other systems before because I've used this card in other systems. But the fact that we just had a weird combination of parts not playing well together with this tower, with a card that I would say I would think a pairing like this is pretty common. They look up like, oh, let's do a budget build. Oh, let me get a ThinkCenter P520 and let me grab a budget graphics card, and this being one of the more popular ones on the market. I would say that this is a pretty popular combination that would work together, which it did because it got into Windows. But the fact that it prevented us from getting into the BIOS That is annoying. So I guess we're gonna go with NVIDIA for the. We went with AMD because they're supposed to play nicer with Linux, but I don't know. Maybe I can just swap it after we get it installed. Lisa sues to blame. AMD, hold your L. It will work if the firmware was updated. Wait, what are we talking about? The firmware on the card. Reset CMOS on the GPU. Well, that was a coincidence. The issue was not the GPU. Also, I don't think it's the GPU. I agree with you, Pedro. But I think it's the combination. I'm not sure like if you guys have ever run into this problem before working with PC hardware where like you put together known working components and they just don't play nicely, but then you separate them and they work just fine in other systems. This does not surprise me, though it was just annoying how many possible different things it could have been, and it ended up being that. Anyways, okay, so we're going in here. Wait, let me, where's the phone? BIOS, where's the, yeah. Oh, here, okay, it wasn't, but here it is, right? Oh, well, let me zoom out. So I was wrong. It wasn't November, December, but it was a 2025 BIOS for a system that is effectively like 8 years old. They had a BIOS update as recent as March 21st. But okay, let me go disable secure boot, and then we will plug in this Vento. Oh, can we do this? Let me disable secure boot. We're gonna have to end on a cliffhanger, I think, because I'm pretty sure Melissa and the girls are waiting for me. Okay, security, secure boot. Where you at? Secure boot. Boom. Disabled. Got it. Save. And don't touch the CMOS anymore. Save and exit. Okay. I'm going to plug this in. I'm on DisplayPort now, so I can't show you guys on the capture card. I'm just going to plug this in, though, to see if we can get into if the thumb drive is detected. Oh, remove fast boot. Okay, I will. Was it F1? Actually, it might. Let's see where it goes to interrupt normal startup. Okay, I'll disable fast boot as well. Actually, choose temporary startup device. I'm just gonna go into BIOS again. Disable fast boot. Startup. Where is it on here? Primary boot sequence. Okay. Finishing or getting there, yeah. This was a very difficult stream. I'm not seeing, where's the fast boot settings on the startup? It should be here. What the heck? Air boot sequence. Nope, that's not it. Is there any particular reason that we need to disable it for Linux specifically? She's mad. I don't know if she's mad. Radeon owners punching air right now. Yeah, I don't. The fast boot thing, I don't think is a problem now that it is like popping up every time now, to give me the option on what to do. So I think we're good there. But we're just gonna try to. We're not gonna install it apparently this time. Yeah, we are 2.5 hours in the stream already. I just want to see like the beginnings of it, of the installation. I'm not gonna install it. We'll do it next time. This was not planned to be like this, guys. I'm telling you. So let me choose the temporary startup device. Okay, USB, UFI. If we can just see. Okay. You guys can't see anything. Give me 1 second. All right. We should be good for next time unless some other stupid stuff comes up. We've got Ventoy. We've got Linux Mint right here. Okay? Oh my God. Wasn't that fun? Wasn't that fun, y'all? I miss your donation, Blind Tech. Oh no, let me see. Blame Lenovo because they're super picky with GPU brand. Are they? I'm not gonna say like I've played with a couple of like these types of office Lenovo towers, probably like 3 or 4 in total over the years. I'm trying to think of what I paired with it previously, but again, it's not like the AMD card just flat out did not work, right? It did work to get into the BIOS previously, before the stream, when I had to set everything up and install Windows. It did work to get into Windows. The fact that it decided to have a problem today, out of nowhere it seems, it could have been the BIOS update, but have you ever heard of a BIOS update making it so that specific graphics cards don't work anymore to get into BIOS? Because that would be a first for me. And we still don't know if that's the problem. Anyone who has a ThinkStation at home, try to recreate what I just did. Hey Danny, how has the Linux install been? It has not been. We've been having hardware issues. Funnily enough, we just stream evidence of a federal crime. L AMD, L Linux, what next? It's not, no, we can't blame Linux on this because we didn't even get to the Linux portion. And I'm not blaming AMD. I'm putting partial blame on both AMD and Lenovo, and then me for the whole keyboard fiasco. I think this just proves that NVIDIA on Windows machine is a goat, but even when the Windows drive was unplugged, oh, but you're saying because the machine was originally designed for Windows, is, I guess, maybe. Imagine using an AMD product. Couldn't be me. You've used AMD products. I know you have. Blame technology for existing. Then there wouldn't be any tech issues. Barry Gnome. Gnomed, what up? Thank you for the 37 months. I appreciate it. 5 Nerd on a Budget gifted memberships from Ken, a.k.a. Doggy64. I've heard about new BIOS trading support for older hardware to support newer hardware. Huh. About new BIOS trading support for older hardware to support newer hardware. The thing is, RX 580s and GTX 970s are from the same era about. Actually, the 580 is newer. It's like a 2017 card. The 970 is a 2014 card. So I wouldn't doubt that this is a thing, but I don't know if it makes sense to explain what happened today. Maybe I do not have any 5700 XTs on hand. Those have gone into systems and I've gotten rid of them. Yes, when you Google it, you're not the only one who had the issue after a BIOS update. Okay, so apparently this is a thing. Those PCs are for offices. It's supposed to work with ancient hardware. So once again, it was something to do with the BIOS. After the reset, return to the default and work simply. Well, I'm excited for next week's stream because we are actually going to be able to get through. The series is going to be like... It was supposed to be much quicker, but then it's going to be one whole stream dedicated to choosing the distro. One whole stream, kind of. We played with the mic for a bit, but then dedicated to figuring out hardware issues to even get like an image to get on, Ventoy. But next time, we're going to install and we're going to poke around. And someone said try to get World of Warcraft working. I don't know if we could do that in that time span, but maybe install Steam log into my Steam account, just straight up start installing games and seeing if we can get that to work. So we've got like 5 minutes left because impatient Melissa is upstairs waiting for me. We gotta give, it's bath night. That's why we gotta give the girls a bath. They went to the hospital today to get their blood drawn for allergies tests. So we need to get them washed up and stuff because they've got hospital bacteria on them. You're not going to do all that. It's going to be 6 streams. Yeah, exactly, right? No. I have faith now that we figured all that out. We should be good to go with the rest of the way. I think, maybe. We'll see. The GPU was fine, bro. It needed a few restarts to do the we needed to reset the CMOS to get into BIOS. It was the only way. That's also a thing. I have had troubleshooting issues where simply restarting it like 4 times eventually ended up working, and then it worked from there on out. That could have been it. I was quick to want to jump to the next solution or thing to try though, because I didn't want to sit there and do like 4 reboot cycles every single thing we tried, even though that has been a solution in the past, at least for me, and it sounds like for you and maybe some other people too. It's easy after that. In fact, you could probably already have it installed by now. Yeah, I mean, how long does it take? Because I feel like I'm just basing it off my like Windows install, which can take 15 minutes or something, depending on how old the hardware is. But does Linux install even faster than Windows? Go ahead and hit install on it, and it'll give you a test version of it. No. We got to do this as a group, and I really actually have to go in the next 3 minutes. I want all this to be done together. I don't want to start this and then, do any of this off of stream. It's so much faster, 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, yeah. So next stream, unless some company's going to send me some other cool thing to check out, we should be able to get right into it and then get a lot done. Yeah. My goodness, though. Thank you guys, though, for sticking around. But I don't know how frustrating. I hope that was entertaining to you guys. I was getting frustrated because I wanted to get it moved along to actually get to installing Linux. But I was happy to show you guys all the steps and doing all of your suggestions to show that they weren't going to work. Just because this right here proves that, like, people say building a computer is simple. It is simple when it works. But when you start running into weird problems like that, like, experienced people are going to work through whatever it is, go online to look for solutions and stuff. But you always got to take it all the way back to the beginners, which we always try to encourage people to get into PC gaming. We say it's so easy. A beginner can do it. It's not difficult. And then we get humbled when we run into weird situations like that. And a beginner is not going to have multiple graphics cards to be able to plug in. They're not going to have multiple sets of hardware. They bought that one computer to use. So everything that could go wrong went wrong. But it's okay because we're all in it together. I like this series. Yeah. I mean, I do want to do a lot of stuff like on stream with builds and things like that. But for a long time, there's always been like stuff to do on the browser, like looking through tech news and new releases and stuff. So yeah. Are you using legacy mod? What do you mean by that? Legacy mod, I don't know what you mean. Is this, you talking about specifically Linux or? Oh, legacy mode? Sorry, legacy mode. Legacy mode is the old way. It won't work anymore since Linux needs UEFI. Okay. It's frustrating but fun at the same time. Next week, we'll break your daily driver PC for fun. No. Yeah. You got me more distracted to the stream instead of finishing the build. You should have been... Jonathan, you built so many PCs at this point. I feel like you could build a PC with your eyes closed. You shouldn't have been so distracted by me that you couldn't build your system. It encapsulated my new build, updating drivers and BIOS. Heh, woof. Your computer is garbage, so stop using something that's garbage brand. The ThinkStation, I think a lot of people like it because of how cheap they can get it and how capable it is. Obviously, it has issues, but I think that comes with the territory of spending little amount of money. But all right, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for stream. So next week we get into actual Linux. Thank you for hanging out and chilling. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the Discord server as well as in the comments of any of the new shorts and stuff that is dropping. But have a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend coming up, and I will see you next time. So thanks again, guys. This was fun, even though I may have, like, you know, my blood pressure may have raised a couple of levels there. This was fun, and I appreciate you all. Take it easy. Bye bye.